What's up, everybody? JR Raymond back again, coming to you from Classic Lanes here in Rochester Hills, Michigan, home of MRB Classic Pro Shop. And I feel like it's been quite some time. It's been, what, at least a week and a half since I've actually posted a video. And I haven't posted a ball review in a while. Drilled a bunch of bowling balls over the last couple of days, a lot of the new ones. But today we're going to take a look first at that new RotoGrip ball, the, what is it even called? The RX, or just the X-1 RST. But you guys know what I'm talking about, that green and black looking ball. It's got a pretty standard 5-inch pin layout. It is 55 by 5 by 45, I believe. Puts that pin just above my bridge, maybe an inch higher. CG kick just a little bit with the mass bias right next to the thumb in a pretty strong position. But we're gonna take it out here on a typical league condition here in a minute. Stay tuned. All right, so we're gonna take a look at this RST X1. Like I said, it's 55 by 5 by 45. So it does just put the pin right up here above the middle finger. CG's kicked just a little bit with the mass bias right next to the thumb. So we're gonna try and get back to the basics, throw some straighter shots, and this time I'm gonna start straight. I'm gonna start at that 8, 9, 10 range, see if it'll hold its line through there and just keep moving left. So I did a really good job there. And I threw this ball a couple of times as I was getting loose, just to make sure I knew what was, that I could actually throw the ball, because I haven't thrown the ball in like a week and a half. So, but I'm gonna try to make these videos just a little bit quicker. Instead of them being, 13, 14 minutes, I'm gonna try to keep them right around that 10-minute range. I'm gonna throw a few shots in each area rather than moving left so quick. I've had some recommendations of, or requests of people wanting to see some straighter angles. Now, what I really like about this ball is I like the way it actually gets around off of the middle part of the lane. So it really tries to pick up the middle of the lane and continue. Oh, good job, buddy. You pushed the reset button for me. Just don't push it anymore, okay? Good job. So this ball is really reading the middle of the lane really well because it is a duller cover, so it's gonna read. So the question will be, how does it do further left? So now I'm gonna go a couple more boards to the right. I'm gonna try to get to that 6-7 and see if it hooks immediately. Yeah, it hooks pretty early. And a lot of that is just because of how much dry there is over there. We are on a league pattern, so you're gonna see nothing but dry boards to that right part because they try to give you as much free hook to the right as you can. So that's okay, that makes sense. Now I'm sure I could get it to the pocket from there if I really back out of my hand. So if I just take some hand out of it and just really knuckle it through there, I can get it to not hook, that's for sure. So let's see if I can throw one more knuckled, a little bit straighter. I mean, I had to have taken 100 RPM off that one. We're gonna try all of them, buddy. We're gonna get them all going down the lane here in a minute, if I can get this ball back. There it is. That one took a while to come back. All right, let's try that again. I'm gonna move my feet even further right now. I'm just gonna try and do that same really low rev knuckler. Yeah, so you can see, if you want it to go straight, it's definitely gonna go straight. So that's good news. If I wanna hook it, I'm pretty sure I can hook it. I mean, you've seen what it did. Those first couple of shots playing 8, 9, 10. So we're gonna move left now. Not yet. We don't want that one yet, buddy. This ball's taking a while to come back. I'm not really sure why it keeps taking so long. All right, so now let's get over to that 15, 14, 15 range. Okay, so put the rev rate back on, nice and rolly, and get it to go through the pins pretty easily. So I really like the way this ball's rolling. I really like the way it's reading the middle of the lane. That middle of the lane is the key. It's always the key. If we can get it to read the middle of the lane and not be stupid down lane and not be too early, it's always gonna be a good versatile ball. It's gonna allow you to play any part of the lane you want. It just may be really slow coming back in the ball return for some reason. It keeps doing that. All right, we're gonna try this again now that we're not interrupted. Hopefully the ball comes back a little bit better. So we're gonna make it 3 and 1. See what happens. Ooh, bad balance. But it still read the lane properly. I'm really curious what this ball is gonna continue to do as I go left, because it's reading the middle of the lane super well. I'm hoping it still continues to do that, but then still goes through the pins as I go left. Because right now, this ball's looking like it's really good playing straighter and even in the middle of the lane. But as I get left of 4th arrow, what's gonna happen? So now let's get right around that 4th arrow. Start to get my hand around it a little bit. That's actually a good sign. No matter what, even though it got 6 and it overhooked, that's still a pretty good sign because it reads the middle of the lane and you watch it have that strength going through the pins. So let me see if I can just keep going left and see how much better it does. Wow, this is gonna be 3 and 1 off of that shot, so it should be good. Yeah, that's a good sign. Very good sign. Still wants to have the strength down lane to get through the pins, so that's really good. Really, really good. All right, I'm gonna keep going left. If I can get it back, now it's being slow again. Darn it. So remember what I said about the video not being 13, 14 minutes long? I might be lying because the ball return's taking so long. Well, I am just destined to not do reviews again. Jeez Louise. I'm just gonna throw a ball down there. Oh, there it is. Now it comes back, of course. Jeez. Unbelievable. That was the Zenith, by the way, if you wanted to see how that ball rolls. That review's coming up. Get rid of that. Let's try this again. Maybe this ball's too small or too big or something, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go 3 more left, another 3 and 1. See what happens. Yeah, that might be too steep now. Yep, too steep now, so I gotta stop going. So 3 and 1s are a little too much now, so I'm gonna have to shut that back down. Let's hope this ball comes back a little quicker. This one came back quick, so that's good. All right. So 3 and 1 was a little too much there. Throwing it right, so I gotta start shutting my angle down a little bit. But it's floating through the front pretty well. I'm surprised by that. Yeah, and it wants to go through the pins. We got a winner here. Now, if I'm gonna replace something, what am I gonna replace in my bag? Because I don't really have a solid piece, or at least a dull piece that is clean and still good down lane. I don't even remember. It's been a while since I bowled, so remembering what's in my bag is difficult. I'm gonna keep going left. Try to get to that 5th arrow area now. I think we got a winner here. I think you're gonna see this ball used an awful lot. The problem is now it's coming out when there's nothing to bowl, tournament-wise, as far as the PBA goes. So you're not gonna see a lot of the tour guys using it on tour stuff right now because there's nothing to bowl. And by the time the new year comes, there's gonna be all kinds of other new bowling balls, but maybe it'll be a special enough bowling ball that they will, still use it. I'm gonna keep going left again. Tuck my pinky this time and see what happens. Yeah, you guys are gonna want this one. You're really gonna want this one. I mean, because I can do whatever I want with it. I can throw it how I want. I can make it do what I want. Real responsive to what my hand does, and it's always a good sign. When you see a bad ball, not necessarily a bad bowling ball, but when you see a ball that struggles, it's because it either wants to read the front too much or it wants to read down lane too much and it doesn't read the middle. This one reads the middle perfectly. I'll start inching back, go back right a little bit more. Man, and it trips a 4-pin. Game over. All right, there you go. So there's that new RotoGrip ball, that RX. Why do I keep wanting to say R? But it's the X-1, X-Star 1, RS1, something like that. You know what it is. You can see the picture of the ball here somewhere. But you obviously, I don't even have to tell you how good this thing is. This actually read the middle of the lane properly, did all the right things in the middle. Like I said before, if it reads too early or it reads too late, generally that's not a very good sign. It's usually, that means it's either good for playing straight or it's good for playing way in. There's never really any in between. This is gonna allow you to do both. You saw how I could float it through all the burn to the right, even though there's so much dry. I could take enough hand out of it and make it not hook. So I probably could have sat there and adjusted it a little bit more, but you saw how good it was as I started to go left and continue to go left. This thing just let me do whatever I wanted. So this ball is gonna find its way in my bag. I'm gonna have to go through my bag and figure out which ones I'm gonna start replacing, because I do have some balls that have quite a few games in them now. So we're gonna replace them. You know what? I would bet you probably that Bloody Ocean. That's what this ball reminds me of, is that Bloody Ocean, because it reads the middle of the lane, it's still sharp enough down lane. So maybe that's the ball to replace, because the Bloody Ocean's got some games on it now. Until I can drill another one, until they send me another one, that's probably what I'll do. But this will be good, because the Bloody Ocean I couldn't use in the PBA events. You can use any of the Lane Masters, Legends, all that stuff. You can use those on anything other than PBA. So this will be good replacement for that when I need that type of a reaction. That's all I got for you today. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. If you think these ball reviews are good, please share them. Make sure you get them out there as much as you can. Trying to spread the word as much as we possibly can. And make sure to go check out the podcast over at anchor.fm/ I don't even want to say slash, but it's the LTC Bowling Show. So links in the description. You can go get yours over at one of these bowling balls over at BowlerX.com. Link in the description for that as well. It's going to be a pre-order for this because they're not quite out yet. But that's all I got for you. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Take care.